Hello my dear friends, let's see if I'm too late to escape New Belgrade and go to the other side of the river. I did not want to make such a long stop here at the Mercator Centar Belgrade, at the hypermarket, but I did it. So now let's see if I made a stupid mistake or what. The reason being that any work day, and especially Friday afternoon, the traffic at Gazela Bridge will be completely chaotic. So now I'm a bit afraid, so to say, that usually it starts sometimes just before 3 o'clock, but which in such case I will be fine. But given the fact that it is Friday, it may start sooner, because Fridays, I mean, everybody's more or less aiming at finishing work earlier, or at least, if not finishing work earlier, at least escaping from the work earlier. But let's see. Now there are two options to make a turn here or to continue this street, but given the fact that it is green, maybe this may be a better option, not to wait further. And now the moment of truth. We are passing next to Stark Arena, Belgrade Arena, usually renamed after a general sponsor, which, as we speak, there was some idiot doing speed checking in the other direction. Doesn't look so bad from this perspective. Let's see now when I get closer. Well, so far so good. I mean, this is pretty much regular state of things. Pretty much. Because usually, I mean, the Stau, as Germans would say, is a few kilometers long. But recently it also goes beyond the Gazela Bridge, all the way to Autokomanda, and sometimes even all the way to Konjarnik, which I hope is not going to be the case now, but let's see. I see Belgrade waterfront tower is progressing, however, as I said many times, at a slower pace than, I mean, the building to our left, emerging from the fog. At a slower pace than, again, this idiot, I believe now it's rushing in the opposite direction. Usually the police car is parked here, but not today. Also, Belgrade waterfront tower progressing at a slower pace than the West 65. So these two towers are kind of competing with each other as far as the maximum height is concerned. And now it's a question mark. I mean, up until 2 days ago, I was really annoyed by the wind, Košava wind, that was blowing extremely hard. I mean, harder than usual, I would say, on some days. Then yesterday it was a nice sunny day. I was even enjoying some cafe outside. It was as pleasant. But today, given the fact that there is no wind, it is pleasant to walk outside, but now you see this mist or fog. I mean, mist in essence, covering the city. Well, it's not as it can be. Sometimes it can be really, the real fog, really dense fog. This is not so much the case. We are just now passing next to the BW Galleria shopping center, the parking of the shopping center. The very parking is quite an impressive building, not to talk about the shopping center. I see some commercials for some spas in Slovenia, which this year may be quite difficult to reach, but quite difficult, because Slovenia is also introducing, it has already introduced very harsh measures, but what I read recently is that they will be continuing such harsh measures, restrictions. So don't think that there will be much travel to Slovenia's spas. Amazing how much this virus has caused troubles to so many businesses. So many people are suffering. As that joke said, just because some Chinese wanted to test the meat of a bat. Well, and then, of course, this is a naive theory. There was, however, a Japanese scientist who has cooperated with. He spent some time at the famous laboratory in Wuhan city in China, cooperating with the scientists there. And he elaborated an interesting theory, which, sounds quite logical to me. That this virus, there is no chance that this virus is natural, for a simple reason that natural virus usually emerges in one environment, one climate environment, and is usually not so adaptable to other climate environments. Here we have cases of very high infections, transfer rate in Switzerland, at the Alps, and also very high transfer at the Arabic Peninsula, for instance. So in two very, very extremes